Fire and the arrival of that much needed snow.
At 15% contained, this is far from being in the rearview mirror, but for once, first responders seem to be able to catch their breath.
Firefighters say that growth has stalled and activity may not pick up again for several days. Mike Nelson's tracking conditions in Granby. Jacqueline Allen has some great news on people stepping up to help.
And we begin tonight with Russell HAYTHORN and the story of a family who lost everything but their lives. Russell?
Yeah, Ann, and they are certainly grateful for that. We are now behind the fire lines here at 6 o'clock. This is a roadblock that leads into a community just to the west of 34 in between Granby and Grand Lake. And you can see just how destructive and discriminatory this fire was. The homes at the bottom of the hill are still standing, but up at the top there, you can see all that is left of that home is a chimney. That family you mentioned just a moment ago described what it was like the moments they were evacuated last Wednesday night.
As I was driving home, it was just a very eerie. I looked up and the whole sky around me just turned this deep red.
Amanda O'Mara says she tried to pack up as much as she could, but quickly realized she was in immediate danger.
2 minutes later, I saw flames right outside our window, and I dropped everything we had, grabbed the dog, and ran as fast as I could outside with the lights on and the doors wide open still and bags just laying everywhere, but I ran as fast as I could to my Jeep. Within seconds, the whole forest around me lit up in flames.
Last phone call I had with her was her hysterically screaming, surrounded by fire.
Trees started falling down on the road, trees started falling on my Jeep, and I was going so fast I ended up ramming into a tree, and one of the branches just went right into the radiator.
A Good Samaritan stopped to help, and eventually her husband, Mike, a firefighter himself, got there too.
That was an amazing embrace to see her again. You see it in our line of work all the time, but being on this end of it, just terrific.
Their harrowing story, just one of many tragic tales.
Most didn't get out with anything. I mean, that's how fast this fire went.
And yet, this community has now rallied around Amanda, Mike, and all the others who lost their homes.
Just people wanting to help. It's just been insane. It's like it's still brings tears to my eyes.
It's honestly overwhelming. Like you said, complete strangers helping, and it's hard to accept that kind of kindness. What a harrowing story from Amanda and Mike there. They're hoping now you donate to the victims of this fire. You can see, check it out, the fire burning. It actually jumped 34 right here, charring the bottom of those trees right up to Lake Granby. You see Lake Granby just beyond those trees. Incredible, the destruction here. The snow has obviously been very beneficial to the firefighting efforts. And speaking of evacuees, my colleague Jacqueline Allen has been with